Yeah,
Yeah.
we are here. Another episode of Lancastar. What's up, Easy V?
It's good. We're here.
We got another
We
guest.
got another guest?
Tell them what your name is.
Hey, what's going on? I go by
Hold
the
on,
name
hold on,
of-
hold
Oh,
on,
you
hold on.
want-
Easy V,
you
that
want
what
the
the
whole
fuck?
jump?
You should have just let that shit just end by itself.
Oh, we,
The way you ended that was just so abruptive. It was bad.
I didn't know as soon as he started talking. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know you want. All right, now I know to let the music. Once I let
So
it
let's
play-
do it again.
All right.
Welcome to another episode of Lancastar.
action.
What's good, DJ Easy V?
We're good.
Oh, you already know.
Another episode.
Another one. And we got another guest.
Back to back.
What's up?
Yes. So hold up. We gonna let the song drop by itself because Easy V's a savage when it comes to cutting a beat.
Nah.
Sheesh.
Boom.
Tell them what your name is. Where you from?
What's going on, man? Noel Isern, a.k.a. Electro K.T, the Vigilante from F.A.M.E.
We got F.A.M.E in the building.
Yes, sir. We need to clap. Nah.
You slacking.
Bruh, I don't know which one's the
And
clap.
that's why you need the headphones.
Oh, my God, bro. Now I got the button.
Jeez.
I got the buttons. I like
Now you working.
Now we working.
Now you
Let's
working.
get it.
He clocked in.
You clocked in. Hit the claps one more time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. F.A.M.E
Yes.
in the house. Appreciate y'all.
Now we clapping.
We got it. We got
Hit it one more time,
One
just so
more
you can be
time.
warmed up.
One more time.
One more time. Okay. Now you got the crickets. Remember that. Remember where the crickets is
Yeah, I
at.
can see it now. We good now.
Let's not forget the crickets.
We had it all.
And let's not be biased. Use it on yourself. Don't forget to use the crickets on yourself.
What's
You
up?
from Lake City? You been out here?
I
for a long time?
am originally from Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. I was born in Mayagüez.
Mayagüez.
Yeah. West side of the island.
This guy, I'm about to hire your son.
Yo, bro.
About to hire your son. And he cut it off so crazy. You gotta let that shit just. It's important to let the song and the claps and the all that. You gotta let it go to the end.
This is gonna be good.
This is gonna be bad.
This is gonna be good.
This is gonna be horrible. And then he got them
Yeah.
glasses on. You see them glasses?
No, I can see. Don't stop. Don't.
I
talk
turned the
about
light all the way down. You can't even see the reflection on them no more.
Yeah.
it. Nah.
Last
I can
week,
see.
that shit looking like a lighted bug. You know how they got the shiny backs, the big bugs with the shiny backs?
Right.
That's what his face looked like.
I'm gonna let every button I press just run the whole way through.
Thank you.
I'm gonna press every
That's how
button.
they-
Go ahead, hit that clap.
Every
Hit that
button
clap real
for you.
quick. But there, you got to bring that thing close to you. You see how far he got to reach up?
All right, listen,
That's what's
nice,
making you
nice.
delayed.
I like it. You want me to put it bro, you know I don't like touching your stuff. You know when
Thank
you
you.
said something, I can't touch it.
No, it's okay.
Right.
Bring it close to you, though. Stretch them long ass arms
We
out.
got it right here.
Yeah,
we
there
got
you go.
it.
Okay, okay, all right. Just
All right,
make sure you got fast access.
He's on it now.
Mayagüez got this one gas station, right? My manager took me there, and they got a food spot right in front.
Oh, the gas
So
station.
my manager, Gabi, shout out to my manager, Gabi G-Star Entertainment in the building.
Salute.
Jeez, that delay
Yo,
is
when I'm-
crazy. We got a latency on the podcast.
Yo, you're gonna leave me alone today, bro.
Don't worry, yo. We go. Easy V's gonna get this right. It's gonna take a little bit, but he's gonna get this right.
Yeah. I got
So
faith.
he put me on to this gas station. I can't remember the name, but I'm gonna find it. But they have it's the gas station, and then right in front is the spot where they
Serve it
do
up.
frituras and all that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
best.
that's what I love about PR. Like, you know what I mean? Especially Mayagüez, Aguadilla, all that. You know what I mean? People, that's where I learned, like, what it was to hustle, bro. You know what I mean?
Word.
I saw people really grinding for theirs. And, you know, it just comes in the blood. I think Boricua blood, bro. You know what I mean?
Word. Shout out to the Boricuas. Boricuas. Oh my gosh. That was bad. Your man hit two buttons at the same time.
Nobody
Getting
beat
good
that
now.
but you, right?
Everybody,
Nah.
all 15,000 people that's about to see this within the next week.
You're not
Yes,
about
sir.
to post this point.
Definitely.
No, you're not.
And I ain't even gonna cut it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
putting
are.
all of this in there. You know what it is? It's because we shouted out Puerto Ricans. He's Dominican.
Nah.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Bruh.
DR's
That's
my
what it
brother,
is.
man.
You can
right
tell he's
next door,
Dominican.
though.
Look at them glasses.
Yeah.
What? Logic just needs some. I got you, bro. I got you.
You look like you could own a used tire shop.
You know, it's funny.
No.
That's funny because today I was just having tire problems, man. It's crazy. But I was thinking the same thing. I was like, in Puerto Rico, there's a tire shop everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
You know? And they making their money, each and every one of them.
They'll sell them to you and then steal them back. Coming from Mayagüe, when did you find the inspiration to do music?
West Puerto Rico, where I was born. My grandfather, he was a DJ, commercial. He would sell commercial for radio stations in Puerto Rico, and so I was being raised by my grandfather and grandmother at that time. My mom was going to college, and I just started really admiring how he would go to a place, a business, and get paid for commercials. And then, he would involve me in making the commercials and stuff like that. So
Dope.
I started seeing that environment of the radio station, artists that would come and promote their music. So it kind of gave me a feel like, damn, this is something I would like to do.
Word. So you familiar with the behind the scenes stuff and all that, seeing how it was made.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of becoming successful. And you know what I'm saying? Learning the ropes and all that and seeing how the process goes and not just focusing on one thing. Of course, you want to make it big, get your music out there, you know what I'm saying? Hit the stage and all that, but the behind the scenes stuff is what.
A lot of people see the final project, the product, the efforts, the sleepless nights, the money that takes to even get you to places like this, to a platform. Yeah. You have to really invest in yourself, as artists. But now that you say that, like my thing was always the business end of it. Rap was, when it came out, it was something that I fell in love with, because then evidently from Puerto Rico, I ended up moving to Yonkers, New York.
Word. Shout out to Yonkers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Man, that was even an experience, as a child coming from the island, to see the difference in cultures.
Yeah.
I remember, and this is true life, like I was walking with my mom, I got a little ice cream, something like that, had like a little change, and there was some kids with their parents asking for money. I gave them, let me like 11 cents, you know what I'm saying? And he just threw it on the ground, started laughing. So I kind of figured how cruel this world could be real quick at an early age, you know what I'm saying? So I got through many no's to get to the yeses. So
Now, of course, trial and error.
yeah.
It takes experience for people to be able to have a certain level of consideration in the things that they do. Because if not, you're just going to be jumping out the window and landing wherever.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to jump out the window, but it's one thing to jump out the window and know what you're about to fall on.
Aimlessly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that guy right
Why
there,
you pointing over here, bro?
that guy right there hasn't jumped out the window yet.
Nah, you make me get ready to jump out the window, bro.
And you're not going to fall too far because look how long his legs are. You'll be able to step out the third floor and just, you know what I'm saying, and just keep walking just
Right
like
on.
that.
We're on fire today. I just back to back.
I'm trying to get you to talk more this time because last week's
You gotta get the
podcast, I
crickets.
had 2 seconds of you talking.
No, because I was listening to our guest.
But
What?
it's probably shades that keeps them from talking. That's what it is.
I don't think so.
Them joints is 24 karat, and then they turn into rose gold. You see
This
them?
is wait till I get the green ones and the blue ones. This is not gonna stop, bro.
Once again, shout out to the makers. Who's the makers? Who's the makers? You forgot the name brands already. You've been wearing them glasses for 2 weeks.
I wore these. This is my second time wearing these, bro.
Those look
I
like
don't wear
the
these
What's-
every day.
what's the name of them?
Every day, bro. Kadeem.
Kadeem.
Hey, Kadeem, my glasses.
Kadeem. Shout out to Kadeem. Make sure you send my man DJ EZV a fresh pair for every single podcast.
Make sure
But
you
just
follow me on Instagram.
change up the colors, though.
It's _EZV.
He always wants people to follow him early in the show.
Yeah.
But what he don't get is, what if everybody stops playing the show to go follow him and then never come back? That's what I try to get him to understand, but
That's
Crickets
how I
to
feel
you,
about that.
buddy.
No, you.
You gotta
Crickets
go
to
slow.
you. You got the cricket eyes. That's what you got, the cricket eyes.
These are cricket eyes.
No, cricket.
You guys knew G Logic was a
With
rapper
the-
too.
Yeah, I actually, I know G Logic's history because I was at the time when I was here in Lancaster. I remember you being on Queen Street in front of Renaissance Center.
Yeah.
And he used to get it popping out there. So
Hey.
I know the
This
man.
guy.
That's why I'm here, bro. Like I really
I appreciate you.
I follow people that really doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because just like he was saying, you feel me? It's one thing talking about it. It's one thing dreaming about it, but there's a different thing putting action behind your dreams and your goals. Because that's really what it is. It's goals. A lot of people think that they just deserve something with a magic wand, and it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the easy way.
The success that I've had, brother, has been by listening to a lot of people with wisdom, and I'm taking orders just like everybody else to a point that now I can make a lot of people to my equal and share a vision. You know, a lot of us suffer from trust issues. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, in this business. You know what I'm
Especially in
saying?
this world.
Yeah.
I can't trust Easy V to be early. Super late every single time.
I'm not, bro. I'm not.
Just
bro.
like that
I'm
cricket
not.
sound effect came
I'm
in
not,
5
bro.
seconds
No,
after I
didn't.
said
No,
it.
didn't, bro.
We got F.A.M.E in the building. Shout out to F.A.M.E.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Family always maintains each other.
Family always maintain each other.
Definitely.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's
dope.
OG style right there. You take the name, you abbreviate it, but there's a meaning behind each letter. Nowadays, Sexy Red, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna tell you that S stands for this, E stands for that, X, you know what I'm saying? That just shows you how generation before that put more thought into everything that we did.
Oh,
You know what ECV stands for?
crickets.
No. I'm being serious. You know what ECV stands for?
So was I.
You know what ECV
What,
stands for?
what it stands for?
I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me, bro.
Just don't leave out of focus over there. That's another thing. Last week's podcast, your man was out of focus 75% of the time.
No. You
It
can't
happens.
blame
So
me.
not
for
only
that.
that he didn't talk, he was out of focus.
Nah, you can't
Because he
blame me
does
for
that. He'll lean into the whole
Nah.
thing and then lean back.
Bruh,
Shout
how
out to
can
my
you-
man Easy
How can
V.
you blame that on
Very
me?
special individual.
Bruh, how can you blame
Yes.
that on me? You had this massive
Yes.
microphone right here that was almost bigger than my head, bruh.
And that's why I took it out.
You couldn't see him.
Yeah, his head was about the same
Yo,
size
fucked
as the
up putting these
microphone.
buttons over
The
here
camera
with
was getting confused between his beard and the puffy dead cat on the microphone. That's what it was. Now, as far as you doing music and all that, I know that you have a couple songs that you already put out. This music that you put out, is this something that you've been doing as a solo investment? Have you been pushing yourself? Is this more independent stuff? Or this is something that you built the team? Because I see you got your cameraman here, which is, give him the claps. Give him the claps. Yes. Please do not ever in your life take that long to give him the claps. It sounds crazy.
gonna put
Let's
this
not give him
over
the
there.
claps.
Give it a
We're
Round of
bad side
applause.
editing.
We're used
Give
to
him the
this.
clap sounds
We're used to
crazy.
being this being over there, and we're gonna put that over there again.
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna
but-
have to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Because he
put
don't
the-
want to
yeah,
work
leave
too much.
me-
He just wants
nah,
to sit back.
Yeah, no, I don't. What you talking about? I got my controller, bro.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to play the sounds off of that. That's what a DJ does.
Then it's-
You're a sound professional.
This is our second.
Big shout out to my sound professional guy over there, DJ EZV. Yes.
We're gonna talk about this after this podcast, bro.
Yes, we definitely gotta talk about this
We're gonna
after this
talk about
podcast.
this. You're
What?
you're out of control today.
I gotta get you in line.
No,
I
you're
gotta get
just
you
out
in
of control
line.
today. You haven't got your
You
nap.
thought you made it already.
Nah.
You got a long way to go, Papa.
Yeah. Okay.
How many projects have you put out independently?
All right. So my first project was in 1997. It was in Florida. So in my ventures, brother, throughout, you know how it is, man. Like the 90s was a real life, a wild time. 90s
Yeah.
and 2000s. So I ended up being in Florida on the run for a certain time, and the music was my thing. So that's how I would make money. First professional recording, 1997, La Familia Flipside. It was a Latin band that would play Latin music, and they were incorporating rap at that time. At that time, it was the Macarena. So everybody wanted to sample something Latin in Macarena. So we weren't giving them that. We were a little bit too hardcore for them. I think, we got like 2 songs that I got paid for professionally for. And that was short-lived, but it gave me experience, you know what I mean? And since then, in my Puerto Rico, we had a compilation album. I never really been the solo artist.
Yeah.
I've always been, like I said, I was the business part of mentality of it. So I figured, hey, if I get compilations, I was doing the DJ Khaled before DJ Khaled type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Thinking in that way. And I was doing the 50 Cent around that time too, because I was selling physical CDs. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I started getting noticed, because I was popping up at their events with my sons in a van with posters and everything, saying, hey, the West Side needs to eat too. Because if you know Puerto Rico, the East eats a little bit more than the West as far as hip-hop and all that stuff. Yeah. So
that's where the city's at, all the beaches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Luquillo and all that's all the way to the east. Then you got
and the beautiful thing about Puerto Rico, man, is how you're right there with the artists. I was with Arcangel, I've been with the the heavy hitters. So it always gave me that I could do this too. Yeah. And then as a youngster, teenager, and young man, I was finding myself in the same environments. Man. So it was like a given. I was like, I could do this. I was seeing it happen before my eyes, not generally with me, but with others. Wow. So it just gave me that, this could be done, bro. You know what I mean?
Now you can find hip hop in South America. You can find hip hop in Europe. You can find hip hop in, you know what I'm saying? In Australia.
Now the people that were at one time scorning it are embracing it, using it for their, whatever that may be. You know what I mean? Their benefits.
Was you doing infused hip hop? Was it English and Spanish? Was you mixing it up at that point?
Yeah.
Or was you just doing straight English, straight Spanish?
It was fused. When I found myself in Puerto Rico with F.A.M.E Empire, that was in 2005. Yeah. That was a compilation with heavy hitters from the island, Babalu, Machete, like people that got respect. Alex Fat, Mayagüez, Alex Fat, he's a general in the hip hop trap. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Alex Fat.
Definitely, and that's what I was. I was around getting a circle of people that were doing it, and were eager to share, like to show you the way, and so it just was something that I started visually that was reality, and slowly like that, like good people show up. You just got to kind of swim through these waters, really. Dope. Definitely.
And sometimes just sit back and watch people fail at it so you learn what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody else become that example.
Yeah.
And that way you could just cruise and literally make every single right move just learning by watching.
Not everybody is meant to be a CEO or a boss. There's some, like we were talking about earlier before the podcast, there's some artists that could use that structure, could use that guidance. Once you learn the business, you see the business for what it is, and it takes money to make money, no matter where you at, what you're doing.
Facts.
And if you have a good look, the way I stand since the time that I'm saying is because of what F.A.M.E stands for. There's a F.A.M.E in every hood. Yeah. So that's why with my story, when I came here, that I ended up getting incarcerated for so long, it kind of changed. That's where the Vigilante came in, the name. I started changing. I started growing up, I think, getting a little bit more mature in what message I wanted to purvey, I think.
As time goes by, the message definitely changes. And that's something that we see even in artists nowadays. If you look at people like, let's go to the Spanish side, you look at people like Daddy Yankee, you look at people like Farruko, and the older your kids get, you stand to have more consideration and thought, because now you're thinking about, like Farruko was saying, he was watching his kids listen to his music and watching his videos and mimicking what he was talking about and all that, and kind of sort of like glorifying it, so it put fear in them.
Yeah.
Like, hold up. Well, I might be the reason my kids end up to be everything I'm talking about on these songs.
Yeah. And that's facts. That's facts. You mentioned 2 heavyweights of people that it's not only to get, I think, to that certain level, but to maintain that certain level.
Facts.
And a lot of of what we do and stuff like that is the longevity of things. I'm seeing things of how to get something kind of like hold it on the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those are great examples that you just put right there. Shout out to Farruko and Daddy Yankee.
Big shout out to Farruko and Daddy Yankee. I had the pleasure of being in the studio with Daddy Yankee. And I was in the studio with my man Messia. Shout out to Messia. And my manager Gabi and all that. We was out there. We was with Playing Skills. Playing Skills are the producers that produced Rod and Dirty. It's one of the biggest records.
Nice, yeah.
And a lot of Daddy Yankee records. So, you know what I'm saying? We ended up in the studio in Miami. And super cool
Playground.
dude. Big shout out to Daddy Yankee. And watching the work and all that was something legendary, especially for somebody that grew up as a kid listening to the tempos and the Daddy Yankee and, you know what I'm saying, Hakim K.Y, We See Yandel. Those were all the music that I grew up off of.
It was so awesome, man, that I would end up in a lot of Hector El Father's concerts and sell over 100 CDs physically. You know what I'm saying? So it was a cool time. You know, and at the same time, I'm gotta be grateful because they made it possible.
Hector's father's a legend too.
You know what I mean?
That's another legend, Hector El Father. Shout out to Hector El Father.
Salute, yeah, definitely. Siga la palabra. He's doing great things nowadays, and that changed.
Yeah. I know there was conspiracies and all that as to why he made a switch. And it's crazy
It
because
was a wild time at that time in the island.
the music that was making back then. Imagine making music that was all about the hood and all that, and then the hood doing a whole 360. And now the music that you're making and the experiences that you talked about, you had to pull yourself away from because it started making a difference between life
And death.
and death. You know what I'm saying?
He was he was a shootout in the gas stations while he pumping gas. You know, it's real then. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you may have been through a lot of crazy stuff, but the messages and music, I think, we all know it makes a difference.
The influence that it has. You know,
Behind it.
and the way I see it, we're magicians, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got the gift of speech as artists, and that's why they look for us, because we can command a crowd. We can make them jump. We can make them hop. You know what I'm saying? And they listen to what it is. Fame is basically it. Fame has been in the making since then. I think now is where our success is gonna come in. You know, of course, you know I'm in the fashions. I got a couple partners. The last 6 years since I've been home from prison has just been, it's been a ride, bro. Like I just gotta, you know, sometimes pinch myself, type of be like, yo, this is really happening, and it's in a different way. It's almost like backwards. Like I didn't get the money, and then you know what I'm saying. It was, you know what I'm saying. It's like coming upon happening in a different way than I expected. Different crowd than I expected too. Totally different crowd.
Everybody
than I
that's
expected.
around you have to be believers. We tend to use everybody around us as a piece of motivation also. So if you got a lot of knowers, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people that just, you know, a lot of negative energy or a lot of limited motivation, then it's going to take you a lot longer and it's going to be a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? To really bring yourself into the reality of...
You mentioned OG earlier and thing, and like that's I embracing my role now. I'm 45 years old. I got my kids is really the artist that I promote now. GMI, shout out, and GNI.
Shout out to GNI.
Definitely.
Yes!
Salsa.
Salsa.
Shout out to the
Button presser.
glasses over there.
We got this.
I can't wait to get you a pair, bro. We're gonna do. I'm gonna get you blue ones.
I don't fit over there.
No, you do.
This C right here is for the big dogs.
I'm gonna get you blue.
You
What?
See, you see the big dogs? You see the big dogs on that screen? Yeah. But yeah, so you got your kids. They do music too?
Yeah. While I was in prison, you know, I get one of those calls. Like my oldest, Gio, he's not here today with us. But you know, he's like, yo, pops, like I need to hear this. So I like when I'm coming home, I'm starting to see my kids are into rap. I'll never encourage you to put this upon them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the last thing I would want them to do. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm just trying to be their voice on the side, kind of give them encouragement, guidance in the music business. For, like I said, so many no's that I had to get to until I got to the yes. I think a lot of our peers are afraid of rejection. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things don't happen just because we don't try or attempt them.
Yeah.
You know, and fear kind of takes the best of people. So with F.A.M.E and what I have now in my business, I kind of like molded it. I'm seeing what's working. I'm seeing what's working for me. I think, you know, throughout the time, the actual label that I opened, the company, I actually opened it. It's been 5 years. So before that, it wasn't actually official. So 5 years ago, I opened it. You know, I bought some establishments, and everything I kind of sewed together, like that has to do with music. So now it's like I wake up and just try to live life. You know what I'm saying? Not out of the norm. It's like everything I like doing, I'm doing it because I like doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes a difference about.
It's better that way.
It makes it a lot easier.
As long as you hungry, you know what I'm saying? You gonna eat. And as long as you moving, you gonna get to where you going. You know what I'm saying?
And sew it together. I think rap, Pac said it's the same. I took this rap game and sold the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got a song that hit 100K right now, independent. It's called Presence of a Leader. Shout out to Jesus Rodriguez from WWE. He's on the track as a cameo in the video, but he influenced me for the song. I talk about current situations of standing up against the grain.
Yeah.
And I'm 100K independently on that.
Dope.
And you know what's really made me more money than that is the openings, the shirt selling at the
merch.
events. Yeah.
That's
And
one
we
of the
start-
biggest things.
Once you start seeing $20,000 in merch, man, that's a hell of an encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And
Created a
that's the-
lane
Yeah.
for, you know what I'm saying? Created a lane to be able to bring in that residual, bring in that extra money to fund yourself as far as doing something independently is super important. Once you go independent, you realize that that's how the labels and everybody else end up making the funding
That's how they
to
operate.
push your artists.
That's how it operates, and that's why they hate the people that out here exposing.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're so feared. Pac again said it again. Why we're afraid to let each other fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people won't help you get to the places you need to get to because they're afraid their shine won't be the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a very humble man, and that's why I give back. Like I do so many things with mental health, drug addiction, because I was a drug addict. That's technically speaking. That's why when I was around these places, I would find failure because I would put the drugs and alcohol into this mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
that'll put you in a state of mind where you'll be in denial a lot.
you're
You
in a
don't think
fantasy
that it's
world. You're in the
affecting
matrix.
you. You don't think that it's holding you back. You don't think that it's part of the reason that you're not going 100% or accomplishing your goals. But it will disguise itself. It'll disguise you, your brain, your mentality to the point where it feels so good. You know what I'm saying? And it's
definitely.
It's definitely enough to throw you off.
And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Once you get into that type of realm and things, so much comes with it.
Yeah.
And the artist life is very fast-paced. It's because a lot of people don't see that. So you're constantly in different places with people you don't know. It could get real depressing real times. You know what I'm saying? When your family's somewhere else. And
It gets lonely.
yeah.
And when you're working, everybody else around you is working. So it's not as fun as people see. People see the behind the scenes, the clips, the finished products, the videos, the songs, the stuff that people post and all that. You see all the good stuff that we post, but we're not necessarily being 100% of what's really going on behind the scenes. And a lot of crazy stuff happens behind the scenes.
Definitely. If you know your place, you understand the business. Like right now, I do a lot of things with real estate. I have partners in clothing. I have, and I learned this beautiful thing about partnership. You know what I'm saying? When you have people that you could delegate with, right there's one of my partners, and we make money together. You know what I mean? And it's like multiple streams of income. When you come to see, I live the lifestyle of a rapper. I swear to do. I get up every day and I do what, you know what I'm saying? So there's nobody that could tell me. I just might not have a #1 hit.
Yeah.
But I've composed things that I wake up, I go to the store, I could pick up whatever outfit I have in my store, whatever sneaker I want. You know what I'm saying? My man could, you know what I'm saying? So those are things that come from up above, and they're blessings. And it just happens that I love rap and I do rap. It just gave me, it's like a vehicle I'm using to kind of open doors, open platforms
Exactly.
for other things.
And you have to. You gotta. You gotta open a source of income for yourself. You gotta maintain a source of income to be able to continue to do what you want until you make everybody around you a believer, until you make it successful, until you get to where you're going. Us doing what we want keeps us sane to the point where we're not out there doing whatever, going crazy and all that, because our mind is so short.
There's definitely a lot
Short
of
throw
other
that
stuff
it's
I
like-
would be doing, not this. Yeah.
Facts. We get pissed off quick. People, you know what I'm saying? People get into fights, disagreements, arguments. They fall out with each other and all that because people don't really have goals, or they do, but don't have nothing to back it. And having stuff like extra jobs and all that, because me and him been doing DJing,
Yeah.
photography, video, and all that. But my initial love in the industry and this whole, music stuff was being an artist myself.
Yeah.
And,
Same
like
here.
I said before, I never had the money, the managers, or nobody to get behind me and push me as an artist. So before anybody did that for me, I started doing it for artists. I picked up artists and I said, you know what, I'm going to do for them what I wish I had
Somebody
done
did
for
for you.
me.
Yeah.
And I just kept on going, and everything around me is everything that I needed. You probably would think like, bro, you got all this now, the connections and all that. Why don't you come out as an artist? And I can still make music and all that, and I understand where music is at. And I have the connections, the funds, everything that I need to come out as an artist. But I also have the clear mind to be able to distinguish that I'm not what the industry right now is looking for. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the important part.
But I find my longevity in music by doing everything else behind the scenes. So I still get to experience everything as an artist. I still go to the studio. I still walk the stage with the artist. I'm 3 feet away from the artist. You know what I'm
feeling
saying?
the same energy.
I'm pulling them out the same crowd. You know what I mean? Protecting them from all the ruckedness. And like, I'm still there. I'm still experiencing it, and I'm grateful for it. And I appreciate everybody there who put me in position.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it keeps me going. It keeps me good. Keeps me positive.
Definitely. And
So I see what you said when you with the merch and all that, like you understand, and having that behind the scenes.
I've like, if you really look at even the merch that I'm doing, Big Beauty Drip, I'm trying to compliment the heavier set, thicker woman. You know what I'm saying? I root for the underdog, bro. I was never the cool guy. I mean,
bro.
You know what I'm
Nowadays
saying?
it's cool
So,
to do stuff that's not cool.
It's
That's
kind
the
of cool.
generation where we at now. Now you do what you wouldn't do when you was when you get frowned upon for every little thing.
I had a mentor that said it works. Her name's Diana Fulham from Recovery Insight, right? And I also wrote a song that's out on my catalog. And she said, Noel, sometimes the crowd that shows up, you got to take care of, because the one that you were expecting never came.
Yeah.
And when I look around my, man, so many people with mental health and the cause, so that's where my branding, that's where I found, hey, this is where I'm making money. This is the people that's rooting for me, dancing in the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who could tell me different, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm loving to do. Helping my other partner from Castware, getting her own clothing line, so we can shoot out like these socks right here, Castware. You feel me?
Okay.
Shout
Shout out to Castware.
definitely.
Yes, shout out to Castware.
See,
Those is fire. I like those.
yeah, and like at the same time, her story. I told you about Big Beauty Drip. Her story is her husband passed away during COVID, and she reached out to me. And she said, hey, man, I'm seeing what you do in business, and I've seen your events, and I'm in this situation. Can you? And then the next thing she says, I thought about it. You know what? Let's do it. That feeling was there. It was nothing that I was going after. I don't chase money no more. I kind of attract it. I'm trying to let it come to me. I'm tired of running after stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the law of attraction, all them kind of good things, when I started reading and putting them to play when I got back off of prison. Prison gave me 4 years to really think about what I was doing wrong out here, bro. You know what I mean? And
You learn to work with more people. You learn to work with people. I think in prison, that's a glorified prison, but prison will teach you a lot of life lessons and a lot of
good or bad, you're
ways
gonna
to
want
live that you would come out and use the same, you know what I'm saying? Like the same techniques in real life.
That's where the
you
hunger
learn
came.
survival.
Yeah.
You learn how to network with people. You learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Build relationships with people, not necessarily having to be cool with them. But on a business tip, if you needed a plug or you needed somebody and you know that that person holds a certain weight, you gonna play your cards a certain way. You gonna tread the, you know what I'm saying? You gonna tread the ice carefully when it comes to like not messing anything up, because the relationships and how everything worked and how prison and jail systems is its own little world.
Yeah.
And you have to really learn how to maneuver around it, because if not, you're going to starve. If
Some of
not, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get into problems. You ain't going to have no backup. If not, the jail is going to hit you so hard.
Yeah. And I'm grateful because even like today and what I do with Fame, I still have people that write me from jail. And still people that come out of jail that we were doing a couple of years for, they're coming home and I'm like, damn, bro, everything you said while you was in jail, you're making it happen out here. Yeah. And that to me is, I don't want to take credit for that. That goes to the man up above. You feel me? Like I'm very big on that because the ego's a mother. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that I'm gonna try to take credit for what I'm doing, it's gonna mess up. At least that's my experience. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Stay humble.
Yes,
It's humble. Round of applause. We gotta start asking Easy weak questions because yours is over there on the low.
I want some of what he's smoking.
I'm focused, bro. I'm here, bro.
He's focused.
Focused. Nah.
Real focused.
Yo, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, focused.
I'm
He's
listening.
getting ready for the club tonight.
Every guest, I listen to this story, bro.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
Definitely.
Let's get it.
This is the spot. This is the thing, Lancastar. I've been keeping tabs with you, seeing what you're doing, and that's why I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I think now the next step with Fame is the introduction to the masses. It's what I really stand for, what my artists are going to stand for, the message behind it. Yeah. It's much needed. The world is hurting out there right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold place. If you want to get G with it, and I already lived that life and barely got away with it. My sons, that's why I'm, you know what I'm saying? They still, even when you get home, you know what I'm saying, they still felt the time that you're not around. You feel me? Yeah. Nothing's going to take that away. Nothing's going to change that. So today I just try to live conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? Conscious of time is the most valuable thing. Definitely. When it was taken away, then I noticed, oh shit. You know what
That's when you appreciate it more.
Yeah. And as a youth, I was in and out of jail. Don't get me wrong, like from very young. So it was a routine. But when it was like seasons start changing, when you fall winter, you still in that mug.
I had a cellie that I told him one time.
It's different.
Because I did a recovery program in jail. I was in Cheshire.
Okay.
I was in upstate in Connecticut. And when I did a program up there, this was in Advanced Youth, NYI. I did a program up there and all that. I had a cellie I used to get real deep with him as far as conversation-wise. And, you know, we had a lot of time in the cell. It's just 22-hour lockdown.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a lot of time to talk about a lot of things. And one of our conversations one day was, why you think people come in and out of jail? He ended up in jail because in the car it ended up being the same amount of guns as there was people, so everybody had to take their own. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't really into the lifestyle that deserved to have him where he was at. And I asked him, why you think people come back to jail all the time, in and out? And one thing that he said he thinks that it was the feeling of being welcomed back, the attention of people coming to visit you, sending you letters, you know what I'm saying? Accepting your phone calls and all that, because when you're actually out there, it wasn't the same.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cared. But people tend to glorify having somebody locked up, and they'll show them more attention when they locked up because it's cooler to have a cousin that's on that wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Or cooler to have that uncle that ain't nobody gonna fuck with when he come home. Yeah. That's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then when they come out, they lose that interest. People tend to like fade away and not show as much love or attention once you back in the streets. So that gives you enough space to go out there and act different and go about life differently because the limit of attention is not like it used to be. And maybe you missed that and you want it again. So fuck it, let me get locked up again. You know what I'm saying? Get locked up again, get my business back and shit, you know what I mean?
I can see
my
that.
shorties to write me back.
Yeah, I can see that, man. I mean, you can live whatever life you want in prison. A lot of people live a lot of fake life, and they can fake that fantasy. You know how many girls I know. You feel me? So that's why I would say, like, people that was in there be like, "Damn, bro, you're doing the shit out here." Yeah. Because they were expecting me to be another one of those storytellers.
Come back.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll be back in 2 months,
bro. We manifested so many good
5
things.
times. And I'm like, bro, you here again?
But it's the same guy.
You know what I'm saying? And bro, again, you know what I'm saying? And dude that went through orientation 7 times in 3 months.
It's that
you
guy.
know what's that? You got orientation's 5 days. You know what I'm saying? It's a week. Like, that's the worst you could be at orientation. There's no commissary there. There's no plugs. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's the hardest part of starting a bed or, you know what I'm saying? Like, being locked up is that first week. Because they got to figure out if you're crazy enough to take your life or they can put you in, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you had, classify you and all that, but you don't have nothing.
Yep.
You butt-ass naked in there. Like, you poor, you homeless. But you got to sell the sleeping, but you got to eat literally what they put on your plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and then,
just that alone should be motivation to not want to go to, you know. And unfortunately, see, that's why I'm doing what I do in the way that I'm doing. I think when I found purpose, it changed the motion, the energy behind it. I started finding myself as a man. I started finding my purpose in the business, and with F.A.M E, that's all I really care to do. You know, I use it as a vehicle to be able to reach and open certain doors that I couldn't probably without a voice. Dope. And then once I'm there, man, I'm putting my same people to work that are coming home. If you really look at my crew, bro, like in my last show, I think I brought a homeless guy up on stage, and I was like, "Rock with us, bro." You feel me? People don't expect that because that's why I want to stay, bro. A lot of people say the difference, but I don't want ever to change. I don't know if you ever met DMX. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got to be around this man. And
rest in peace, DMX.
Definitely, brother. You know, God save his soul and taking care of that man, because that's the type of mission I want to be on. Like, you know, like I said, I was never really the cool kid, and I don't expect to be now. I just want to be the voice for those that aren't heard. And much power to everybody that does it, because I think to make it in this, what we're doing, man, it's hard enough. So why would I throw shame at somebody else for getting out the hood, bro? You know what I'm saying?
And creating memories and stuff to be proud of yourself like that.
And if you look at it,
it's gonna give you more energy to keep wanting to do it, and also inspire you to music.
I don't think I'll ever starve because the hood love me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I could go, whether I have nothing or not, I know some of my neighbors going to share with me, because that's how I try to carry my heart and anything I do, no matter how much success comes to me.
Can't burn your bridges.
Yeah. And that I had to learn. You know, you learn certain things, like we were talking about, the streets, jail. There's certain things that I carried into the business, and it works very good. 50 Cent, his books, The Laws of Power. And that's the thing. We got to educate our young people, man. We got to start educating them as far as the laws of the universe, how to use them for your advantage. That self-discipline of how, look at CEO Dame Dash. You feel me? Like, those are, like, I'm not the Jay-Z fan. I'm really not. I was always the Dame Dash fan. You know what I'm saying? With them, you know what I'm saying? And
Dame Dash was wild. He used to walk in their meetings and raise hell.
For who? For who? for the
Jay-Z,
underdog.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the people that they were, and it happens that it just turned out the way it did. But that man was back up at bat for people that weren't in them rooms.
Yeah.
That's why I represent a lot of people that are not in the rooms that I'm in. I represent a lot of people that I never come back home again, and they still write me. And dog, I'm in the hood every day. You know what I'm saying? I finished my parole. I went into our city, Lancastar, with the probation officers to teach them about mental health and what I do. You feel me?
Dope.
So that's why I try to incorporate that with that, because I figured out something too, right? Like we were talking earlier. It's all sponsorships. It's all who's going to pay the money for you to do what you do, right?
Facts.
So I found that throughout my purpose. Now I get grants, $50,000 grants for things that you would never think that I would qualify for.
You got to go for their nonprofits.
You feel me?
The
You just gotta learn how to
nonprofits
play
is
the
a whole
game.
nother lane of money.
You gotta learn this, and that's why I'm all for what you're doing, is because that's what I'm seeing. You're taking people and putting them on the panel. How you do this? How we did this, and encouraging that person that might have the next idea.
Facts.
You know.
And a lot of people would tell me, like, yo, you crazy for showing people or saying too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to end up backdooring you, taking what you got and just leaving you behind. And my thing is, I'm super confident in my motivation, in my longevity, in my dedication.
Lo que está pa ti,
Because
está
I'm
pa
not
ti.
a quitter. You know what I'm saying? So I could put everything in front of anybody. But then the second part from that is you're going to have to beat me at it now.
And it will.
I could show you where to get to where I'm at, but then at any given point,
They say.
I could put that motherfucker in third gear. You know what I'm saying? Second, I could drop that bitch down to first, rev it up to 9,800 RPMs,
Little did they know.
and now you got to catch me. You know what I'm saying?
and that's right there. Give a man a little power, and you'll see his true character. I love it when people reveal themselves. You don't have to do it. You just stand back long enough to look, observe, and they'll cut their own legs. And those are the people that you see talking about it, being about hating on a man just for go ahead and doing God's work out here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I've been good since I've been back home. Not one day have I starved. Not one day have I had to walk. Not one day, you know what I mean? Have I slept outside.
Realizing that you're somewhere you don't want to be no more is the first step
Yeah, definitely.
to recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Acceptance, you know what I'm saying?
You got to be really tired of shit. You got to really hit rock bottom and say, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of people looking at me a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being fucked up in life. I'm tired of sleeping on the streets. You really got to be tired of all that shit and
Rock
not
bottom.
want to, you really got to hit rock bottom to make that full 360. And that's how I started. I was tired of living in other people's cribs, having that feeling of maybe I shouldn't be here because, you know what I'm saying, they don't want me here. Or waking up in the morning, being on the couch and seeing people walking through a crib and then me just thinking like, how
ain't
does it
life.
feel to see somebody sleeping on your couch? Like it might be uncomfortable. These people might want to walk around the house a certain way or do certain stuff and can't do it because there's an extra person there. And at the same time, they helping me out, but do they really want to help me out? Hitting rock bottom and really not want to be there anymore is when you're going to change.
Yeah. The numbers speak for themselves. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by the grace, like I said, I've been able to, that's why I find myself as a spokesman and as a voice for these, because I'm in the profession too. Like I worked, in the rehabs as part of what I do for, that's how I ended up putting my businesses together.
Word.
And that's why I'm so big on topics. I like songs with topics, and that's what I try to do. I try to hit topics, try to teach my children to write with topics, like, you know what I'm saying, because those are things that once people relate, love, that is common theme.
Definitely.
That's
It got to be relatable.
yeah. So right now it's just basically that, staying up, giving back. Like you said, I don't keep it to myself, man. If you're about game, I'll be like, come on, follow me. I'm not carrying nobody. I'll teach you how to fish. You know what I'm saying? I might put a couple bucks in it so you could get on and get on top. Look, you know what I'm saying? But after that, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what you're doing with it. And those that doing with it, I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with the homeless, bro, I got a man that I'll be like, yo, by the time I'm done with this race, you're gonna see those are the people that are gonna be my assistants that are doing things. And people never thought will give them the opportunity to even think that way.
Yeah.
By giving a little hope or something to somebody to change their life. 'Cause I know that's what did it for me. I felt hopeless for so long. And my music would tell you that. I was ready to die a long time ago. So that's why I related to hip hop so much and to these artists. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, I congratulate you.
Thank you.
On all the moves that you're making and give you all the utmost respect
Thank you, bro.
for being able to take the time to help others see through situations that they can't see through themselves by installing your experience and also your care. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have the resources that they need or the right, voice in their ear to steer them in that direction. And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people out there that is still have yet to benefit from your mission. Definitely. So I encourage you to keep going because it's going to help the world around us in ways that other people don't realize. You might end up changing somebody's life or already have. That's going to, in turn, make the world a safer place for the next person that's not even realizing there's somebody putting in work to make sure that that person is not running around in a state of mind that'll put you in danger. You know what I'm saying? So people tend to
that's
belittle.
A good way to think about it.
People that help other people, they tend to belittle them. A lot of the people, most of the people, because it's cooler to do the craziest stuff. And it's too much effort. It's too much not in their head minding your business because, he's doing this, he's doing that. Let him do it. Forget it. That's their problem. It ain't my problem. Yeah. That's a mentality.
Unfortunately.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But a lot of people will look the other way.
Facts.
Yeah. And that's what we have to start doing. And I appreciate you, man, because everything you're doing is sharing love and attention. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you setting up this platform and DJ EZV. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We working on him, too.
Yeah, shout out to you. You know I told him, I was like, his new name is going to be G-Logic the GOAT.
Oh. Lancastar.
That sounds like too much work. That sounds like too much work.
Yo, what's up with everybody walking around with goats and stuff, man? That's
now because it's become a figure of speech. So, having...
I have to get me one or two of them.
Get a shirt.
Get some milk.
I've been wanting a little baby goat, too. I ain't gonna lie. Be a little jumping around, hopping, little baby goat.
And it's not just Amish. We got Amish out here, but it's not just Amish out here.
We'll find a goat. You want a goat?
We'll find one.
We can find one.
If anybody could bring me a goat to the Lancastar podcast, let me know. Let me know. So, Noel, I appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you, brother.
And
appreciate you.
My fault. And I know you got a bigger and better story coming. So we look forward to having you back on the podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Now, of course, the music is a big part of everything. So let them know where to find your music. What's your latest single that you promoting right now?
Latest singles, we're on all platforms. Right now, we're actually putting a lot of body of work. Right now, my summer jam is... What is it? Pop bottles.
Pop bottles.
Yeah, pop bottles. It's a real fun jam. Summer, that's why I said for the summer. And I'm hearing voices, which is one of my, of course, self-conscious joints. And you can find them on all major platforms. F.A.M.E Entertainment at F.A.M.E Entertainment. You can find us on YouTube and all that good stuff. 523 and a half West King Street, Lancaster, one of the main avenues. The store is there, Casper F.A.M E Studios.
So make sure you go check out his store. We're going to put the link in the description. EZV, we appreciate you.
Definitely.
Noel, we appreciate you. F.A.M.E in the building.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy DJ G-Logic.
I'm your boy DJ.
Lancastar Podcast. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Stay tuned for that. And also, make sure y'all check out the live performance. We out.